You are the subject of this. You don't say anything about the unfairness you've experienced. However, Archangel Michael declares, "Stop scrolling, my dear child. You must hear this message immediately because the silence you've been keeping has reached the heavens. What they did to you was visible even when no one stood up for you. Your soul has carried pain it never deserved," says Archangel Michael. Heaven has been watching you walk through storms while pretending everything was fine, but your tears, the ones you wiped away in secret, have become a divine language only angels can translate. Your silence was never weakness, but sacred strength. You chose to remain silent because you desired peace rather than retribution. However, others have regarded your quiet as a sign of submission. And that's going to change. Since the moment of reckoning has arrived. The people who mistreated you believed that your composure was a sign of defeat, but it was actually patience in anticipation of divine justice. Heaven is not disregarding what was done to you, and the wheel is turning. To receive a blessing, type Amen. 333. A storm is silently approaching the people who made fun of your heart. They will lose their tranquility in the same manner that they attempted to take yours, even though they are not aware of it yet. Now all of the lies they told about you are coming back to haunt them. The angels wrote your name in light, but it was dragged through dirt. Now, like daybreak after the darkest night, the truth that was concealed beneath their lies is emerging. Not you, but divine timing will shortly reveal what was concealed. While others tossed stones, you remained motionless. Even if you talked softly when your heart was hurting and smiled despite your sorrow, they continued to take advantage of you. Your quiet has finally fulfilled its mission, according to heaven. The truth starts to shout at this hour. Those who disregarded your suffering will eventually tremble as they utter your name. Every injustice that is planted against you has the potential to grow into something of its own. To receive a blessing, type Amen. It is 444. You were never weak for remaining silent, my child. You were selected to remain silent until the sky signaled that it was time to speak. This is the moment when those professing to adore you won't sap your energy. Your spirit is too bright to remain concealed any longer, but you have been undervalued. Soon, the same people who abandoned you will want to see you again. By then, though, you'll be standing in a light that they can't see. All of your words, betrayals, and unheard cries have been recorded by the angels. The divine archives now have your narrative. It is currently being rewritten in gold. Those who plotted behind your back are now dealing with a situation for which they were unprepared. They believed that your silence would make it simple to delete you, but your return will ensure that they never forget your name. To receive a blessing, type Amen. It is 555. Power is currently circulating about you. Unseen but indisputable. It's the murmur of justice approaching, the sound of restoration. The very tables that used to make them laugh will gradually start to favor you. Even though you may feel worn out, exhausted, or forgotten, you are none of those things. You are revered. You are on alert, and you will soon see how heaven corrects all injustices in its own time. Do not speak vengeance because divine hands are already at work. What is happening now is beyond human control, declares Archangel Michael. Heaven was making sure that when your breakthrough came, it would silence every false tongue that ever dared to speak against you. Type Amen to receive blessing. 666 You are about to enter a season where truth becomes your shield and favor becomes your crown. Every delay that frustrated you was redirection rather than denial. Someone who betrayed you is losing sleep at night. Their mind keeps repeating what they did, but it's not guilt. You can almost feel the energy around you changing when you close your eyes. The quiet hum, the pulse of something new rising from the ashes, is not coincidence. It's the sound of justice unfolding. It's fear of the divine outcome that has already begun. You no longer need to defend yourself because the truth has chosen you and will do so in ways that words could never. Those who used to gossip about you will soon defend you without knowing why. The silence you've been living in has become your greatest weapon. Because nothing speaks louder than peace that endures destruction, and your peace is about to speak volumes. Type Amen to receive blessings. 777. Remember how many nights you prayed silently while holding your chest. The angels were by your side, gathering your tears and recording them as proof in front of the throne of light. The person who once attempted to dim your glow is about to witness your divine elevation. They thought they could bury your name, but all they did was plant the seed of your comeback. Now heaven is watering it with glory. Every delay was divine protection. Those tears have now transformed into prayers for your victory. Stand still now, urges Archangel Michael. Every betrayal was a redirection. Every conclusion was a chance for something too strong to be destroyed by human intent. The people who formerly opposed you will look on in awe as you ascend. And when they see what heaven has accomplished, the same voices that opposed you will murmur blessings. To receive a blessing, type Amen. It is 888. A fresh vibration has entered your surroundings. It feels peaceful after a protracted storm, like warmth around your breast. Heaven declares restoration in this manner. You are being reintroduced to yourself, not just mending. The version of you that persevered in silence is now fusing with the fearless version. Soon, the world will realize that your quiet was never a sign of weakness. Power was under control. They never disregarded the wrong they inflicted upon you. For judgment, it was recorded. The angels added a new line to heaven's record each time they grinned in your face after causing you pain. It's time for equilibrium now. You are entering a new realm of understanding. Individuals will disclose themselves on their own initiative. You won't need evidence since their genuine intents will drop from their mouths like leaves in the fall. Their words won't be as powerful as their energy. To receive a blessing, type Amen. 99. Your journey wasn't in vain. Your spirit has been ready for this very moment through all of your heartbreaks, silences, and misunderstandings. You're not a victim. You are proof that the justice of heaven endures. The very people that deserted you will soon require your assistance. By then, though, your heart will be restored, and you won't need their apologies because your tranquility will serve as evidence of your victory. You didn't keep quiet because you didn't give a damn. Your spirit knew heaven was already answering, which is why you remained mute. Nothing can halt the response that is currently taking place in the real world. Your voice is returning, not to argue, but to declare. You will speak again, but this time it will be power, not pain. You will rise, and even the heavens will applaud when you do, declares Archangel Michael. To receive a blessing, type Amen. 11 to 11, the divine reversal is this. Restoration is emerging from the energy of loss. The treachery is becoming a godsend. A sound that will reverberate through generations is emerging from the hush. The test that broke others has been passed by you. Despite being surrounded by jealousy, you have maintained your integrity. Heaven is bestowing upon you the crown that was always intended for you as a result. The same faces that previously doubted you will soon be gazing up in wonder. They'll be curious as to how you managed to survive what was intended to kill you. But you'll be able to tell it wasn't a coincidence. It was the work of God. It was sacred that you remained silent. Your suffering served as evidence. And it is prophetic that you will return. It has been proclaimed by heaven. This concludes your tale of injustice. Your time of divine recompense is about to begin. Keep your heart free of resentment. Let your victory be graceful and use peace as your weapon. Tonight, the angels are all around you, speaking a single truth into your soul. Nothing was lost by you. They were preparing you for something bigger. And at last, the bigger has arrived. My darling, stand in your light. You've spoken with your silence. Your destiny has awakened. Even though the night was long, my little child, your name will be in gold at the approaching dawn. What was previously taken from you will reappear in far more exquisite ways. Everything that was dispersed is being brought into alignment by the universe, and your spirit is gradually being rebuilt. Once upon a time, some forces attempted to stifle your value, but they are losing ground. The folks who misjudged your strength are going to notice an unavoidable glow surrounding you. Truth's energy has started to move more quickly than falsehood's ever could. Things will feel different when you enter a room now. Once heavy air will now feel lighter, more liberated, and more sacred. Because heaven has already said, this soul has passed the exam. The people who are meant for you will just know. You don't need to justify your choices, explain yourself, or demonstrate your loyalty. 12:12, Archangel Michael says, there's a wind of change moving toward you right now. Type Amen to receive blessing. The rest will fade like shadows in sunrise. It is unseen but irrepressible, gentle but strong. It whispers the sound of justice into your destiny. Those who used to laugh at you when you were crying are now experiencing the loss of tranquility. Since the energy they released has returned to its originator, they are unable to flee. Heaven reestablishes equilibrium in this way without requiring you to lift a single finger. Your heart was surrounded by a wall of light created by your quiet. You elevated your vibration above their reach each time you opted for peace rather than chaos. You are no longer affected by their words because of this. My child, do you sense the change? The world that used to ignore you is now compelled to look at you. Glowing like never before, you are emerging from the very ashes they left you in. To receive a blessing, type Amen. 1313 Something strong is emerging within you. It's not rage. It is a recollection of God. You are recalling your identity, your values, and the reasons you had to put up with the injustice in quiet. Pain was not the subject of the lesson. It had to do with change. Now, insight that cannot be acquired in tranquility shines through every scar you bear. You've been molded into something unique that heaven fervently defends. Your past will no longer be the same as your future. Your brilliance will be witnessed by those who broke you. And they won't have any authority this time if they remain silent. They will be punished for it. A light is ready to settle on your name. It will bring individuals who genuinely see you for who you are, open doors you thought were closed, and restore things you thought were lost. To receive a blessing, type Amen. 1414. Your timeline has already been altered by the divine realm. You will now be propelled ahead by the anguish that previously slowed you down. Your path will be cleared by the tears that previously obscured your eyesight. It's too late for those who exploited your generosity as a sign of weakness to realize that you were the one who brought grace into their life. Their tranquility seems hollow without you. Their blessings wear off more quickly. It's time for you to go fearlessly. Every day, the brightness surrounding you intensifies. Every step you take is guarded by angels, making sure you never encounter treachery again. Lift your head. You've been silent for too long, says Archangel Michael. It's time to speak with power derived from divine truth rather than rage. Type Amen to receive blessings. 1515. There will be noticeable changes in the energy surrounding you. Not because you've changed, but rather because your frequency has outgrown their deception. You'll see familiar people becoming more distant. Heaven defends its chosen in this way. Those who previously disregarded you will now want for your forgiveness, not out of remorse, but out of acknowledgement. At last, they will realize who you have always been. Where there was confusion, the soul was sent to provide harmony. Pain will no longer be a part of your story. Victory will tell the story. Those who doubted you will see unexplainable miracles happen in your life. And when people attempt to comprehend, they will see that your greatest prayer was to remain silent. And now it has received a thunderous response. To receive a blessing, type Amen. 1616. Many have misinterpreted you, my darling, but heaven knows you very well. The universe has been moved by your silent perseverance in ways you are still unable to perceive. Every day of tolerance has grown into a seed of heavenly favor. With divine accuracy, the tables are being turned. The people who deceived, twisted, and defamed you are moving in the direction of their own mirror. They will receive a multiplied return of what they projected onto you. You won't have to defend yourself or defend your purity. Time will prove everything, and the truth will stand up for you. Your tale is already being rewritten by the Spirit of grace. The rumors about you will soon become compliments. You will have to be blessed by the same mouth that made fun of you. Heaven redeems a selected one in this manner. To receive a blessing, type Amen. 1717. A doorway is opening in front of you. It shines dimly now, but it gets closer with each healing step. Even your history will submit to the serenity that lies behind that door. You are getting ready to enter places that previously turned you away. You won't come in to make a point. You will come in as evidence of the existence of divine favor. Doubt will be silenced just by your presence. Signs are being aligned for you by the cosmos. Observe feathers, gentle winds, chills on your skin, or brief silences. These are telltale signs of an impending breakthrough. The scales are balanced. The silence has spoken. And heaven's answer is written in your name. Type Amen to get blessing, says Archangel Michael. 1818. From this point on, everything starts to make sense. The betrayal, the pain, the silence, it was never punishment. Certain people disappeared when you needed them most because heaven had to remove those who couldn't handle your destiny. It wasn't rejection, rather, it was redirection. You will soon receive unexpected news that confirms this message. Something that has been long delayed will suddenly move in your favor. It was the sacred process of purification. Your silence has earned you divine ease. Type Amen to receive blessing. 1919, now breathe, my dear child. Let go of the weight that injustice left behind. What once seemed impossible will unfold effortlessly as if it was waiting for your surrender. You no longer need to force anything. What belongs to you will flow effortlessly. The storms that once frightened you are now kneeling to your peace. You are the calm after chaos, the voice after silence, the dawn after endless night. Heaven smiles when it sees you still standing, still glowing, and still forgiving. You are no longer standing in the same energy where you were wounded, you are standing in victory. Your soul has outgrown every pain inflicted upon it. You have become a living example of how light cannot be silenced, and soon even those who have wronged you will realize that they were not your downfall but rather a part of your preparation for glory. Type Amen to receive blessing 2020. Your time of waiting has come to an end, and you are now entering the divine reward that has been written just for you. Archangel Michael declares, your heart is free now. Every energy that once opposed you will now serve your ascension. Every loss will become divine restoration. Every injustice will give birth to new opportunities wrapped in gold. Move gracefully, speak lovingly, and let your serenity to be your finest form of retaliation. You have won the case in the holy courtroom. My darling, move forward with serene strength. We've seen you. You are repaired and remembered. You can give special gratitude by contributing up to $20 if you want to show your support even further. The glow that is currently enveloping you is not a fleeting experience. It is the long-awaited proof that your patience was never in vain, my dear kid. Every invisible tear turned into a seed. Every quiet night served as a pillar for your new existence. You'll feel lighter and more fluid with every action you make from now on. Doors will open without knocking where you previously felt obstructed. As if they had always been waiting in the wings, the things you once begged for will begin to come. It's not a coincidence. The time for repair is now. The invisible world has finished its task. What was previously written in light is now being caught up to by the visible world. You don't need to pursue, beg, or convince. All you have to do is move forward and see how the universe adjusts to your actual vibration. To receive a blessing, type Amen. 2121, you'll start to hear your name being called in places you've never been. This isn't rumors. Preparing your reputation before you come is paradise. Once closed areas will now feel inviting. People that once stood in your way won't be able to stop you. They won't know why, so they'll go away. It will seem as though an invisible hand is guiding you through. You now possess a soft yet unwavering strength. It comes from remembering rather than retaliation. You are recalling your value, your purpose, and your holy design. Walk in this strength, advises Archangel Michael. 22. 22. Let it radiate. Let it speak louder than words. Type Amen to receive blessings. Your shield was your silence. Your sword was your patience. Your presence will now serve as evidence. In the upcoming weeks, there will be days when you stop and notice that the weight has been lifted. That is an indication of change. That is proof that the energy has permanently changed. This new season should not be rushed. Allow it to develop like a dawn. Let yourself be taken aback by the speed with which things come together. People who see you now will feel differently about you even though they won't comprehend what you went through. That distinction is a manifestation of grace. To receive a blessing, type Amen. 2323. The area where you were injured is no longer relevant to your future. For this reason, some doors are closing while others are opening. It's evolution, not loss. Elevation has replaced injustice. Power has been transformed from pain. The sound of silence is now only audible to those who are in harmony with heaven. You will soon enter a moment that will validate everything that has been said here. It could be a message, a call, or a fortuitous encounter, but it will feel like fate's hand is on your shoulder. When it comes, smile. You are no longer required to battle. Silently, the battle has already been won. To receive a blessing, type Amen. 2424. The threshold has been reached by you. The person who experienced that injustice is no longer the same. You are the soul that has learned to shine even in the dark, the reborn version, the elevated one. The atmosphere will change with your presence. People will feel lighter, more honest, and calmer when you walk into a room. Your gift is making its own announcement.